Time to make the donuts.
I ate the donuts.
Donuts.
Gotta love that Dunkin' Donuts commercial from the 80s.
Okie dokie. Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Celebrating over 10 years plus. And still running. Who would have ever thought they would last this long? Lunch with no other than the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another exciting edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours, because today there's questions.
I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to be
Giveaways.
whelmed or stupefied. I don't know, Tina. Probably closer to stupefied, but
I'm going to go with the stupefied.
stupefied.
Because stupefied. because giveaways are open on both streams. Remember, this is Taco Tuesday, so doubling up stuff, possibly. And if you want to get in on the streamer bundle, that is going to be Bang Bundle Me on both streams. If you want to get in on the Steam Key giveaway on Laz's side, it's Bang I Love Free Shit. On mine, it is Bang the Boutte. Ooh, yeah.
That's right.
So
Tina
did you have a
says
good
his weekend kind of sucked. I hope everybody had a better weekend than Tina did.
Oh,
And
damn.
yes, to answer your question, I had a fabulous weekend visiting Dad for
Yeah.
his birthday and hanging out and eating lots of good food and visiting some old friends and all sorts of fun stuff.
Nice.
And then got back
Fabulous.
on Sunday and spent Memorial Day with Mom. So, life is pretty good. I can't complain too loudly. As,
Yeah.
Dad turned 81 years old and it was officially 65 years he's been in the fucking rock and roll business. Can you imagine that?
Nice.
65 years and still plugging away at it. I mean, God bless him that he can still get up there and do it week in and week out, Yes,
Yep. That is
81.
awesome.
81 years old and still performing live every week. That's right.
Whereas, I just had the fun party Saturday night, and several people stayed over. There's like 8 people that stayed over. They left. Some of them stayed all the way until like 6 p.m. on Sunday. And one of them, you'll laugh at this, Laz.
Okay.
They nuked some taquitos that were frozen in my freezer, right? So they nuked the taquitos. The instructions for the taquitos have 2 sets of times. One for the oven and the other one for the microwave. Guess which one they used?
They use the oven
Yes.
in the microwave.
35
Yeah.
minutes in the oven? In the microwave?
It was 15 minutes in the oven, 75 seconds in the microwave.
Is your microwave
So
still
after-
alive?
So that they were sufficiently melted.
After 9 minutes in my bedroom, which is on the second floor on the
Far side of the house.
second floor, far side of the house, I started smelling burnt popcorn.
Burnt taquitos.
Yeah.
You should have stopped when I started smelling.
Yeah, I mean, as I start going down my stairs, see clouds of smoke.
Oh, geez.
It's like, what the fuck is going on here? As soon as I open the microwave, it's like black taquitos. I mean, it was, it's like, what the fuck? And the person that had put them in the microwave was outside on the patio. Don't worry, she was having such an awesome day that she actually walked out my front door to her car topless. Whoopsies.
I bet anybody who saw her had a nice day after that, huh?
Yeah.
Nobody's outside in Jack's neighborhood. Not even Jack.
Yeah. It was 15 minutes, not 30, Dwip. 15.
So, yeah.
But still, a long time to nuke something.
All right. Anyway, moving right along.
Yeah,
Welcome
so my house still smells.
to today's show, boys and girls. It is Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. Here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. And if you were here yesterday and you were trying to play on your Memorial Day break, you were screwed for a better portion of the day yesterday.
7 hours.
Over 7 hours. Yeah. Now, my biggest question here is, and according to, of course, okay, let's see, did that work? Yes, that worked finally today. We now have Twitter
Which one do you want to?
notifications and Discord. So for those of you, yeah, for those of you wondering, when the show is and when there isn't a show, now you should be able to get the Twitter notifications in Discord, letting you know, when we go live and when we don't go live and all that good stuff. But I've been trying to get that to work for the last several days and finally found a way to do it, which made sense. But yes, according to the numbers, as of 3:12 yesterday, the login server was actually, as of 3 o'clock yesterday, it was 3:12 when Ali finally replied. But
Yes.
if we get over to the forums, let's jump right over to the forums. What time did they post about the server outage in the forums? 3 o'clock. It was reported in Discord.
Yes. And so it was reported on the forums that the live game server is down. That Ravelox is on his way to the data center to investigate as of an hour ago at 6:38 p.m. So you should really bring up the image for the forum post where it's actually Ali actually said it's just the login server. And I should have actually done this one for you, that people were still logged into the game.
Yes,
at
same
that
as
time.
always. You can,
Yes.
if you were logged in,
And they-
you were
and-
able
and they
to,
were-
yeah.
And they
Stay
were
logged in.
calling it a networking issue on the actual server when game clients were still connected.
Yeah,
And
not.
hold on, I have to find this image. So I have to scroll around the conversations.
Well, just jump to where he says, in the post. What's the image going to do for you?
It's from in the game where they posted that they were going to restart the server.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. And hold on.
There was my clip where I said that it was just supposedly a restart, which is right here.
Yeah, no, but there were. So this was posted at 3:54. And hold on, I'm going to send you one the actual.
At 5:12, it's being rebooted, is what it said on my side.
Yeah. But that was at 3:54. There was an in-game message. The game server is being restarted to resolve a login server issue. Please get someone safe and rebooting in 5 minutes. That was at 3:54 p.m. But remember the fun things about the login server. Where is the login server located at, Laz?
In Germany.
In Germany. Okay, so if it's in Germany, and game clients are connected, why would it be a networking issue on the server?
Well, I don't know. That's what he said.
I know. I mean, I'm confuzzled right there.
Yeah. So back to the post.
Okay, back to the post. Now I gotta go find it. Resolved.
As of an
ETA to the
hour
data
ago,
center.
which was what, 6:38.
30.
Your
So he
time.
left his house at 5:30 ish. And ETA to the data center because it's a 4-hour drive from where Ravelox is in Dallas to Austin. And it was raining in almost all of Central Texas was under a tornado watch at the same time. And the statement ETA to the data center 9 p.m. issue is network related. I have replacement parts with me.
Network related, but people who are connected are fine and playing. Yes.
Yeah.
Because our network is working so wonderfully.
Yeah.
Working so wonderfully that you can actually stay connected, but
Yeah, and I'm aware that there's the possibility of multiple NICs on the server and things like that. Does it have PII requiring it to be in the EU? What? But yeah, just a clusterfuck. And at 10:30, the networking issue has been resolved. During the next month, we will be scheduling a downtime maintenance video to start the process of moving the game server to new hardware.
ooh.
We will
Ooh.
ensure advance notice prior to initiating the work. The work window will be set for the weekday so as to minimize the impact.
I'm curious.
Wait.
Do we believe that statement?
When have we heard that new server is going to be?
Well, I don't know. We've been hearing that for several years. But let's jump to the next topic, which happened on April 28th, just about a month ago, almost a month to the day.
Oh. Where the live game server is down, resolved a month ago.
And just jump to Ravlox's comments there.
Yes. Back from my tour of the highway between Scotty's house and the data center, server outage was caused by hardware failure. One of the redundant power supplies was in a soft failure. I replaced both of the power supplies with on-site cold spares. That was the first visit. When the server failed again, I found that the red controller on the game server had failed, so I replaced the game server board. After monitoring for the hour, I headed back to Scotty's house. I will continue to monitor. Undone, and I will still have plans to do some work at the data center. I will post details in the forum and the message
No.
of the day.
You missed the most important part there. Go back and read that again. Undone and I.
Yes, Undone and I still have plans to do some work at the data center this week.
This week.
Yeah,
that was a month ago.
Yeah. They'll post details in the forums. Cough, cough. Never happened. Nor a message of the day when they firm up a day and time. Never happened.
Now, I got to go to the next topic. Was he referring to the email?
Yes.
Server.
The Shroud of the Avatar email is currently offline.
Which still wasn't within the week, first off. Second off, there was no notice given whatsoever. The notice given was, oh, by the way, it's down.
Yeah. Followed by it's up again.
Yeah, but that was almost 3 weeks later. So are we really to believe that, in the next month, back to the original post, that, we will actually be replacing that server hardware or that server period migrating?
Yeah. Well, remember that that's also the server that he still has to buy the RAM for it.
Well, at this point, I want to jump to your comment from last night in Discord. Okay,
It's not actually my. It's not actually my comment. It is a quote from someone else that and this was before the outage. Someone sent it to me, and then I just instead of forwarding it to the channel, I posted
Holy
it
shit,
in
the
the
Maynard.
channel. Yes. What
What's
does
up,
the
Maynard?
Maynard say?
He
Maynard.
just joined our
Ah.
Discord, which
Nice,
is strange
Where's
because
I'm?
that's like his 300th account on our Discord. What do? You don't reset your damn password?
Well, he doesn't log in with his email or anything like that. Now I'm scrolling up to find out where it was because this was posted on 5/24, which is Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. And this was a comment from the official channel. It's time to start a new chapter in another game. No balance,
No,
fixed
that's not
crafting.
yeah, okay. That's not the one I was
That's not the
talking
one you
about.
want?
No.
Which one were you talking about?
Pretty soon we'll have a ship of Theseus.
Oh, Theseus, the ship of Theseus, where yes.
Okay.
And you're aware, you know what the ship of Theseus is, right?
Yes, if we replace every single part, is it still the
Is it the old or is it the new?
Right.
Or is it something completely different?
Exactly. Now I had to laugh at that because at this point we replaced the motherboard, we replaced both power supplies, they now replace
the RAID
network cards. Well, the RAID controller was on the motherboard. I'm just taking a stab at that one. And so at this point, haven't we already done that? Haven't we already replaced everything? So technically, don't we already have a new server? But have you replaced the case? Yeah, well, there's a good question there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're going for the ship of Theseus.
Yeah, Dwip's right. You need to replace the manager.
Yes. Need to replace the manager. Need to replace, put some direction in the organization that knows what they're doing. Because someone also said that posted that this is what's really funny is Ravelox planned on working on his Isle thing. His money pit Isle.
Yeah, I thought that was in reference to what he was doing while he was sitting around the data server waiting.
No. He says he had planned on working. It's the same way that I planned on studying for a certification exam. However, I accomplished none of that. I had planned. It was wishful thinking, but you know what? Naps and other things and burnt taquitos and doing laundry and everything else took precedent
people running around your house took precedent. Yeah.
Yes.
Which I don't blame you.
And it was a holiday on when the server went down for 7 hours, but I'm still very curious as to why the login server is still in Germany. And the login server was the first to go down. So
it's always the first to go down. Yeah.
Yes, that connection went down, but considering that there were in-game messages saying, "Hey, I'm rebooting the game server," and then for the login server, you require Tassilo in Germany. For the game server in Austin, shouldn't the owner of the company also have responded? Instead of having
Yeah.
someone drive 4 hours through a tornado watch, almost the entire drive.
You would think the guy who lives, less than a half hour away from the data center who owns
Yeah.
the thing would actually get off of his ass and go, but no. Is
Oh yeah.
he's too
He doesn't care.
busy. Yeah, he's too busy making political posts on Facebook, screaming at the
Yeah.
world because he didn't get his way. Yes.
And Tina, do you really think Portnip is GDRP compliant in any way, considering they don't pay VAT taxes? Yeah. So, yeah, you have to ask all the fun questions. I mean,
Yeah, well,
the
they don't
number of
pay it. It's the people who buy shit up through the internet are paying it, so they ain't got to worry about it.
you're supposed to collect it and pass it on.
Oh, well, my understanding is, and we can just ask Morgan. Morgan, when you buy something
It's
through Shroud of the Avatar, do you pay VAT tax on it? Or dog
well,
paw?
the answer
Same
is
thing.
no. Yeah, the answer is no. But they should. Yes, you do, or you do pay VAT.
Yeah, they do. See, that's what I said.
Wait,
They pay it on their end.
Well, that yes could have been. We're acknowledging the question.
Hmm.
Oh. Okay, you pay the 19% tax.
Yeah,
So they
okay.
actually did fix that after years of not doing it correctly.
Yeah. Rustic Dragon. Yeah, good stream talking about how great our
Server
servers are
outage.
running. Yeah, another 7+ hours down yesterday. Second time in as many months. And yet another promise of upgrading the hardware to a new server.
Yes.
And I forget who said it back there in chat. I'm not scrolling back for it, but a new server doesn't mean a server that was bought 3 years ago. By no means.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that is it even a server that was bought 3 years ago, or is it one that was recycled from that other company? Chris just gave Ravelox that case to say, hey, these are the components we need for this.
Yeah.
Because then it would be another 10-year-old server. And you know what? Is anybody checking for swelling capacitor on those things?
No.
Capacitor.
Yeah.
Nobody on the team has the capacity to do diagnostics down to that level, is my understanding. So, and again, that's just my understanding. Yeah. In which case, I mean, I can see one on a board, but being able to fix it, well, that's just replacing a board as far as I'm concerned, which she's already done.
And Laz, don't forget the all-important question that is answered on Ask a Dev.
We have something that was answered? Really?
Yeah, June 3rd, 2024, because that is related to
2024.
When will the new server be installed, and what are its specs? But I mean, and that was 6 months after the announcement of the new server, and the fact that it was sitting on Laz's floor, or not Laz's floor, Rav's floor. Yeah, that, and still hasn't been put into service.
Yes.
So, Rav, what y'all doing?
It's going to have 2 CPUs and tons of storage space.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And be able to do all kinds of things.
You know what happens when you have two CPUs?
You have two CPUs.
No, they fight. They fight with each other and go down all the time.
Yeah, something like that. Yes, he's much rather be working on Birch Isle and building a money pit.
I mean, Shroud of the Avatar.
That, yes,
You mean that Tom Hanks movie?
And no, that was a house that was bought for the money pit. But I mean, how close? How does Birch Isle bring us closer to episode 2?
It doesn't.
It's further south.
Again, new dungeons, new adventure scenes. Well, unless the new adventure scenes are part of episode 2, but yeah, we don't need this new dungeon in Novia by any means until after. Well, as far as I'm concerned, we don't need anything in Novia. We need to get episode 2, 3, 4, and 5 fucking done because we are years behind schedule and all that. And again, people like myself, yourself, and thousands of others paid for 5, count them, paid for 5 episodes. And here we are over 10 years later.
12 to 18 month release cycle between episodes as well.
Yes.
So, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you on that, Tina. Number of CPUs doesn't matter.
Tina's, yeah. Well, the funny part is like he's going to put in it's going to be a dual Celeron server,
a dual core Celerons,
or actually dual 386s,
46 DX2s. You're probably be better off
hitting the turbo button.
They made stuff better back then.
But funny you say that. A company actually just came out with a old school case that has, expansion bays and that old cream colored case, just totally retro. But they're building it with, all new parts, including the latest, greatest graphics cards. And then, they've actually got, 3 or 4 drive bays up top so you can actually add your old school CD-ROMs, floppy drives, storage spaces, all that fun stuff, and a turbo button. Yes, it has a turbo button. Which is what did you see that commercial? You see that ad, Tina?
But we have reached the bottom of the hour, and Dogpaw TV, what's your in-game name? Because I forgot.
Cosmo
DJ.
Yes. That's right.
Thank you.
Okay.
See, that's all I needed for his name.
I get over there and I gotta close it out.
Pull two.
Yep. Dogpaw and Morkin, congratulations to you too.
Nice. We had some wieners.
Yes,
and my giveaway is reopened now. So bang, bundle me on my stream. Get in Laz's stream as well. Ooh, and Lomir with a sub on my side.
Ooh.
So Lomir, we talking about Shroud, or are we moving on and playing some marbles? Or are we playing with our balls?
Marbles.
Oh, we're playing with our balls.
I didn't really want to say playing with your balls.
You didn't want to say that you were playing with my balls? Why not? They might be smooth.
No comment.
TMI.
But loading up marbles because Lomir subbed and said, "What? Game client is out of date." I just tried to launch you, man.
Yeah, I see the update there. It'd probably take 2 or 3 times to start that.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't like to patch games while other games are loaded at times. So
Well,
let's see. Hold on.
I'm at 8% right now, so.
Library. Marbles on stream. Come on. Come on. I'm on my third time. Otherwise, I have to close some games in order to launch the marbles correctly.
Well, mine says it patched properly, so we'll find out in a second. Mine's launching.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's still being stupid.
It is as Stevie does.
View downloads. Let's see if we can do it that way. Marbles. There are no. Hey, Counter-Strike 2 needs an update. Fall Guys need Proton. But
Waiting on you.
yeah. I'm closing out other games so that way I can force the update. Logging out of Shroud.
Tina says you can override that.
Yeah, it's finding the settings for that. Sometimes it's easier to just quit all the other games and then now it's downloading content. And while it's downloading content, we can launch other games and get back in while we're loading things. The all-important game of Balatro. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Marbles, where are you at? You are loading still. Give it a second. So, Lomir, did you have a particular track whenever Marbles finished loading?
No.
Or did you want random? Okay, so Laz, keep hitting the random button until I get into Marbles. You'll be there for a while.
Yeah.
Because now I'm looking for Steam window again. Because it's 1/4 of the way.
Oh.
It's 30%, 40%, 45, 50. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, Shroud. Move the window. Oh, Tina would like everybody to know he has a freshly shaved scrotum. He has polished his balls.
I think he was referring to you.
Oh, he inspected my scrotum to figure out how smooth it was. Thank you, Tina. It's really unnecessary.
Well, you were the one who alluded to it.
I didn't say how the hair was removed. I just said fresh. It could be that I'm so old that there is no. The black stream is related to the fact that there was no game window in the background there, Dogpaw. But now I have Off the Rails loaded. So !play on both streams. Because we are clicking start in 3.
No. I was still clicking.
It's still, Laz is still clicking.
I was still clicking random. Yeah, hold on.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
I got the lucky few now loaded up.
I've got Off the Rails, and we are clicking start. in 3, 2, 1, start. That gives you 69 seconds to do exclamation mark play on both streams. Remember, if you are in Bang the Boutte on my side, I'll be pulling a game key right after this
Yay.
track is over on my side. Because if you want to trigger giveaways and things like that, you need to contribute 500 bits or sub.
I got a tuna sub for you from Subway.
Yuck.
I don't think I've ever had a tuna sub from Subway. Just
I
not my
refuse
thing.
to
Really?
eat Subway, period.
No. Why? It's just
Uh,
bread, meat, cheese.
It's the nastiest meat and cheese you can get. That's why.
The
You
tuna is
mean
really
cheapest
good, I
shit?
think.
Huh?
The cheapest shit variety?
Yeah, yeah. As Rustic agrees with me, yes.
I think tuna is really good.
So what you're saying is that for your birthday, everybody should get you Subway gift cards.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
I just cash them in online, that's all.
Yeah,
All right.
I have not eaten at Subway in over a decade. So
Now, back in the day, we used to have Blimpie in New York City, but
yeah.
even better was just about every single bodega in New York City carried Boar's Head brand cold cuts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, there was no sense in
Uh,
going
uh, uh,
anywhere.
Although
Oh, they're
right now
now
you
out
don't
in the
want to
lead.
you don't really want the cold cuts from Boar's Head.
That's not true. That's all I eat.
You haven't paid attention to the news?
There was one cut of meat that was bad, and that was several months ago. Come on now.
Hey, but it's the most recent related to what was it, Listeria? I can't remember what
I
the outbreak
forget
was
what it
for
was, but currently in the lead, yours truly.
that was like
Let's
last
hear
month.
ya, 1 year near.
Yeah, and Munnerd is in the lead on my. And will he be victorious as he bounces through the
And
end?
Cynicus steals the lead from me, you bastard.
Ooh, Munnerd was victorious, so Maynard gets to check his in-game mail for some
Mail?
scrolls from me.
Good for you. Welcome back, by the way, Maynard, as I slide on by and steal that lead back.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Maynard. So welcome back.
And now Tina coming down the other way. Up here it is. It's a race. Tina and I, as I steal the lead back. Oh, Rustic gets ejected. There goes Dogpaw. Hopped on up.
Sweet. Okay, in-game mail is complete. Now it's time for me to close a giveaway and pick a wiener. So that way I can
And
tell
for the
everybody.
win,
Oh, who won on your side?
me.
You won. So everybody gets
right.
to send me scrolls.
I came in first,
That is-
and you just came in second.
Oh, are you sure it just didn't come?
Yeah, sloppy seconds.
Okay, seconds for me. But everybody gets to send me their scrolls.
And clean up your
Yes,
balls.
I was Vic. I mean, the rules are that either Laz or myself wins. You get to send me all your scrolls. But Sammy is going to be playing Super Catboy, which is a $10
Super
game.
Cat boy.
Yeah, it's a Super Catboy. Got the tail, the ears, got everything else.
Holy whiskers,
the
cat
woods
boy.
Yeah. And my giveaway is reopened, so bang the boutte on my side if you want to get in on the next giveaway.
Bang it.
Bang it. Bang
Bang
it.
it hard.
Okay, so Laz, where are we going to now?
Okay. we have a couple of topics that we need to revisit. I don't
Oh,
know if we have time for this one right now, which is, of course, the Tabula Rasa saga.
yes.
I think we'll wait for tomorrow on that one. But I've got issues with our good friend Econdis and the Ignite weapon problem. And Econdis, my buddy.
Echo Indes.
Really?
Hold,
Really?
hold on. Let's go find it. Da, 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 da,
I
da.
mean, yeah.
Okay.
Do you read what you type? Do you comprehend what you just told these people? Oh, we're gonna start from the
Okay.
top. We're gonna start from the top. 'Cause
So this is one where we demonstrated on stream a
absolutely, we
week
did.
ago or so, or a week or two ago, or three, that Ignite weapon is not displaying on the Chaos Sword if it's in your offhand. I recast Ignite weapon several times, even swapped sword, the two Chaos Swords from one hand to the other. Okay. On stream, neither Lazar or myself has a Chaos Sword, but we wielded two of the same sword, two different swords, and as you cast Ignite weapon, which weapons got Ignite weapon cast on them, Laz?
All of them.
The ones in your hand. Yes.
Okay, now I
Echo
want you
and
to
Dash.
I want you to read this slowly and comprehend this and break it down as we go.
Ignite weapon can only be used if you have the sword in your primary hand. If you cast
False.
it in the if you cast it and the buff visual effects are active, then move the sword primary to offhand. The buff and visual effects are removed.
We didn't try that, but I would agree.
No. Yeah, because you have disarmed and rearmed.
Right.
If you have two one-handed swords equipped, the visual effects will be active for both.
Both, right? Both.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, which is what Himnu was complaining about. Now, the one thing that in Himnu's picture you can't really see is both swords being in his hand. But that's a limitation of the screenshot.
Yes.
If you equip a sword in the offhand after Ignite weapon is active, it won't apply, nor will it reapply if you remove the offhand sword once again. Ignite weapon will also be removed if you unequip the whip primary hand. I don't have a Chaos Sword to test it with, but I have the Darkstar sword, and that seems to be okay. Can you try testing based on this and see what you can determine?
Dang.
Now, does that make any sense?
Well, I mean,
Okay, he already states that
swapped two
if you have
Chaos
two,
Swords.
if you have two one-handed swords equipped, it will activate for both. Period. So the Chaos Sword is a one-handed sword. You have both in your
Yes.
hand, and it's not activating for one. Yeah, does anything make sense? I know, Tina. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And,
you've already answered the question there, Econdis. If you've got two one-handed swords, it should
It's
technically work. Yes.
and the fact that it's not applying on the Chaos Sword in the offhand, it is
Bug.
missing a parameter.
Yes, it is a bug. Because can you
Yeah.
try testing based on this and see what you can determine? Yes. It's already been determined because you just pointed out exactly what does and does not work precisely to the fact. He's got two one-handed swords. The visual effects work with two one-handed swords, but not with chaos swords. And you tried it. You tried it with the Dark Star sword, the Chaos sword, and that worked there. So, and again, we tried this ourselves. I will give you the having the offhand by itself active, but we hadn't tried that one. But
No, we didn't.
let's see. Let's see. Do I have a sword on me? I believe I do. Rusty short sword. So I'm going to put that in my offhand.
Come on. And ignite weapon not lighting up. Woohoo! And if it's only in your offhand, you can't even cast it.
Really?
Yeah. It gets grayed out.
Interesting. I have to actually change equipment, which I can't do because I don't have.
Well, that's where my clothes deck is just random shit, so I can always lock glyphs to it. And I already had it from last time we tried it.
I'll put it in my offhand, and yes, it's grayed out.
Yes.
Interesting.
Rustic Dragon with the observation. Developers will start saying that it's not a bug because nothing makes sense by design.
Yes.
Shroud logic.
So interestingly enough, oh yeah, hold on. I guess you guys should like to see this. And there's Lomir with two one-handed swords.
Yes.
And you should turn around and face the camera, Lomir. There you go. Yeah, but
then you're making me like close stuff and move it out of the.
Yeah, so when it's already been active and you put it in the other hand, yeah, you can't even cast it when it's in the other hand. So,
And if you put them away and they bring them back out, they're still ignited.
really,
If you go in and out of combat mode, yes, for the time of ignite weapon, because it's still considered equipped.
okay. So if you do that and put them back out, yes, it still works. But yeah, I guess you didn't check that well, Econus, to find out that you cannot actually cast it while it's in your offhand.
Not in your
yeah. But again, you answered the question. If you have two one-handed swords, which you did test and we've tested, it should ignite. Period.
Yeah.
Should. Keyword should.
Should.
So we'll keep an eye out on this one and see if they come up with any more silly stuff.
Oh, I mean, it's kind of like the death shield not reflecting magic when it says it will reflect physical attacks. And the back and forth related to that, where it's like I pointed out that it's only physical.
We got
physical. It's only physical.
Yes.
We're gonna jump over to Guppy, who had a problem with his black horse mount, and again, why?
Shroud logic.
First off, why aren't you protecting this yourself, dude? First off. Second off, why is this even fucking possible?
Third off, why would you give yourself a name like Guppy?
Yeah.
That's his forum name, because he's a very small fish in a big sea. I mean, but the black horse mount with 0 value was bought by an NPC vendor. A black horse mount received during development to support the addition of mounts was accidentally sold to a vendor when selling loot. It had a value of 0. Did not think that was possible. No, I did not try to reproduce with my last mount, but I did place an arrow with 0 value in the trade window, and it was sold. just tried it on the QA server and was able to reproduce. The mount was sold for 0 gold. Is there a way to retrieve this black mount that was purchased with real money?
No.
Thank you, though.
And contact support. And thanks. I forgot about them. Things have been going too well for so long. Just sent.
Yes.
But yes.
Why did you not have something that was real money locked into your inventory? B, why have we not programmed it so anything that has been bought with real money is just not sellable to vendors, more importantly?
Yes.
Yeah. And C, why don't we have an option to buy shit back in case of something like this, as many other games do have, so that if you accidentally sell something, you have a few minute
And a
window
buyback
to buy back
to
an
buy it
item
back.
that you sold. Yes, accidentally. So I mean, but the most important one is why money items are sellable to NPCs. Period. That's just the big one. Is there should be a way to say, just like quest items, you can't sell quest items. Well, you shouldn't be able to. Yeah, well, that's not true, Dwip. That is not true. They don't come up for loot, and they can't be stolen.
We've got tons of items with 0 value in our inventory. That's just vendor trash.
Let me see. Do I?
But yeah, I mean, we don't even have to go all the way to Theo, but yeah. But I thought vendors weren't supposed to buy 0 gold items.
Well, that would be just another one altogether.
Yeah. Like here, let me see if I can sell the Clink Warden's key. Okay.
Well, Dwip, if I know you, then you can go ahead and do us some homework and find us someplace and send us a screenshot or a clip where it says where they state that. I would love to see that.
Yeah. So, Laz, I want you to look at the screenshot I'm going to send you right now, just that way you can be very confused. Okay.
I'm so confused.
Now, in my inventory, which is the right-hand window, I have the Clink Warden's key, which is not marked as a quest item. It has a value of 0, right?
Right.
And am I on the sell from inventory tab?
Yes.
I did a search for Ward, right?
Okay. Question
so
is,
shouldn't
can you drag that into the proposed exchange window is the question.
No, remember, that's something that we actually talked about before. And every time I try to actually sell it and drop it in, I get it cannot be sold.
Let's see. I got to come over here. Maybe I have one of those so I can see this better.
No, here's the screenshot for that. So let me go find something else in my inventory that has a value. Here is a tabletop candelabra. Okay. Now, I have a couple of different ones.
Okay.
And I'm going to provide this screenshot to you. So that way you can actually see that the one with a value of 0 does not show up in my ability to sell it.
Okay, so heavy gem lures, which have no value.
Yeah. You can't even sell it. So you shouldn't have been able to sell that black horse with 0 value.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go over and try arrows with 0. But I can
Okay.
sell, and now it's red. Does it actually let me sell it?
Yeah.
Let's see, 3,608. So if I sign for the exchange,
Wait. It is allowing me to sell arrows that have a value of 0,
yeah. So
but it does come up as red, and it says the item cannot be sold. So, you know what? I just sold 1,000 arrows or 976 arrows with a value of 0.
okay, so
So you are able to sell arrows with a value of 0.
yes.
Okay. But other items we have tried so far have not been sold.
Yeah, packaged obsidian. Okay, so those 0 value items will not sell. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. So let me try something. I'm going to go over here and just see.
So,
Horse, HORSE, because I think I have a couple. Where are my horses? Oh,
that would be
mounts.
under
Let's try
mounts.
mounts. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a
Yeah.
nightmare mount.
See if you can put your nightmare in the trade window. If it's red or if it says this cannot be sold.
Nope. But I have a black horse someplace.
A black mount.
Do we have time? No, we don't have time. So we'll have to pick this up tomorrow.
Yeah, but I mean, based off of our testing so far, we are not able to replicate that. But neither one of us have a black mount in our
I have
inventory.
one. I know where it is.
I said
just
in our
have to, yeah, in our inventory. You're
inventory.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So
But
tomorrow we will go ahead and I will go grab
possibly try it.
some of those and just see if it allows me to even put it in the window.
Yeah.
Or we can just go a little overtime right now, but no. Let's go ahead and pull our final giveaways and get the flock out of here for today. So two
And
more
Sami
winners.
and Morgan getting
Morgan
streamer
and
bundles.
Libu.
And of course, Morgan's on a different character, so it's not showing up properly.
Yeah, I know.
But hey, check your in-game mail there, Morgan. On whatever character you're on. But Tina going to be playing some wacky characters with Asterix and Obelix XXL 2.
Oh, good game. That's an expensive game.
Yeah, that $20 for this game for Tina. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, there are mine sent.
There you go.
And we are going to pull.
Is Asterix and Obelix, where are they originally from? Is it?
I don't know, but
Swedish or
I have a
Norwegian?
whole bunch of those floating around also.
Yeah.
I have remastered. We're at $30. I have a bunch of those. I have the XXL2, which should be worth $29. Not $20. Is it on sale?
French comic series. Yeah, it's French. Yeah.
And as we close the final giveaway and pick our final winner, Super Drap Forever, you are going to get yourself a copy of Broken Pieces. Broken
Sweet.
Pieces on Steam. And Broken Pieces is 62% off on sale. Retail value $9.99. Currently $3.79. Going out to Super Drap Forever. But meanwhile, we got to get out of here. We'll be back with more tomorrow, right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
I'm Lomir.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye bye.